Good morning, everybody, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world. This is Coast to Coast. And, of course, we had opening day yesterday, gentlemen. Also had the first successful ABS call. So good on the Mets.
Well, we did have an unsuccessful. We had a good unsuccessful call, too. So,
well, yeah, that was the
which
first
was
few ones.
1 millimeter.
Wow.
It's like, listen, if you're going to miss it, you miss it by 1 millimeter. Don't have like 6.
Yeah, I mean,
have
right?
1.
Yeah, like you miss it by 1 millimeter. Nobody's going to look at that and be like, oh, this ref sucks. You'd be like, yeah, I mean, fair enough, man.
Right.
Oh, and it was the pitcher that got it wrong. So the umpire got it right.
Oh, okay. So that's surprising that the pitcher did that because they had very little success in spring training with the pitchers. Anytime the pitchers called it, they were wrong most of the time. Like the only people that should call it is the batter and the catcher. Like the catcher knows exactly where he got that thing.
Right.
Well, and the pitcher did get it wrong.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is through spring training, most of the ones that were wrong were ones the pitchers were like, that was in there. It's like, dude, you're not even standing directly in front of the plate to even make a good assessment by the time you deliver the ball. So not to say that they're never going to get one right. Of course I'm sure will accidentally do one, but the best success rate has been by the batter and the catcher.
Yeah. I would think that's how it would be though, too, though. Like it seems like a pretty easy call.
For sure. Yeah, because they're standing right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not subjective, like, I don't know.
Well, I know that it was exciting yesterday. I had double duty. So I went right from the Phillies game to a Flyers game.
Nice.
And
they won both of
them. The Phillies were up 5-0 going into the 9th inning. And of course, then their bullpen decided to make it a little bit more interesting because we wanted to get a save opportunity for Duran. And next thing you know, it was 5-3. Then I'm like, oh, I guess it's time for the closer.
Just trying to help out somebody's fantasy baseball team early. That's all it was.
Right.
Hey, well, you know what? I'm glad that at least he got the save.
Yeah.
And then I went over to the Flyers game, and the Phillies scored as many runs as the Flyers scored goals, which is something that I'm not used to saying, unless it's like a 1-0 or 2-0 game.
Yeah. See, the Mariners had a very different day.
Yes.
They were Oprah Winfrey, and like, you get a hit and you get a hit and everybody gets a hit. Like I'm not sure what our pitching was doing, but you get 12 hits and a couple of walks, and this game could have been score-wise could have been a lot worse than it is. Ends up 6-4, and up until the 8th inning it was tied at 3. So I mean it was
it was 0-0 going into the 6th.
No, there was a score right off the rip.
Yeah, it was 1-1 in the first inning.
Yeah.
They were showing it wrong on the screen. I kept looking at that, and it kept saying 0-0 in the 6th inning. What I saw over there. So
no, by the 6th inning it was 3-3.
Yeah, because that's about when I went to sleep. I was trying to stay up just to follow, and I was like, yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna make it tonight.
You know what? Scratch that. Then now I understand why they said it was 0-0.
Because it was 3-3.
It probably started at 6 o'clock.
All
right. I'm just looking at out of town scoreboard, and it says 0-0-6, and I didn't.
Oh, yeah. So
it
was a 7 o'clock local game. So it would have been
10 o'clock for you.
Exactly. Yeah. So that game wouldn't have been happening yet.
Yeah. So I think maybe they were just screwing that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
because
that
doesn't make any sense. So, based on what you guys were broadcasting, did we win? Because if that's the case, I'll take this anytime.
There was not any points in the day where you were ahead.
That is true, but the Kraken did. So, at least that window hasn't completely shut on playoff hopes. But, sticking with baseball for a minute, around the league, always good to have opening day, right? Always a fun watch.
Yes, I agree.
I missed the memo here. Let me help this out.
Thank you, Zach.
I didn't realize that, and I just wore a hat today because I was having a bad hair morning.
See, I feel like that constitutes a good hair morning. Like I feel like you could pull that off still. What I got going on right here is a bad hair morning, but it's every morning.
I haven't had a bad hair morning in a year.
In 1 year?
Yeah, it's about when I shaved my head.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was older than that.
No, it's
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, a year and a half, something like that. So.
Yeah. Anything for.
Yeah. But Braves fan she's already sending me hype videos and highlights and trying to get me set up for today. So for us, the opener is later today.
Yeah. Hey, you can't lose if you don't play.
I mean, with the expectations for the Braves this year, I'd be okay with skipping a game or two, I think, because it's like,
listen, it's funny. The moment you became a fan, somebody got year suspension. So,
right.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure our basketball team, his drug dealer, got arrested. So it was like, yeah, thanks, guys. Both happened within a week of each other.
Well,
okay.
Awesome.
Killing it.
I'm maybe not the best of luck. So just don't have me rooting for your guys' teams and you'll be fine.
Can you be a Yankees fan?
And a Penguins fan.
maybe sprinkle some Dodgers in there too.
Oh, yes. Nick tries to convert me every day now. It's not too late to be a Dodgers fan. I was like, no. I rooted for the Dodgers against the Yankees in that World Series, and that was it. But after that, it was done.
Actually, it was the one time I rooted for the Yankees.
Really? Oh, it's that bad.
Yeah, well, yeah. Based on that matchup, you're like, can they both lose? Is that an option? Like,
right.
Yeah, I don't need any of that.
Appreciate the offer.
Believe it or not, though, because I do like eagles in general, right? As a bird, and so I actually had an old Kelly Green from the '80s hat when I was a kid. So a friend of mine, they're like, "Oh, you like Eagles? Here's an Eagles hat," and I'm like, I mean, I'm a Seahawk fan, but like, I appreciated the sentiment. I had that hat for a long time.
It's the thought that counted.
Mm-hmm. And yes, Jamie, I am glad it's Friday.
We made it.
Yeah, along with it being National Hat Day, so I'm okay with
National Hat Day. Let's go.
Oh.
Although, I mean, today could have been National Waffle Day because I'm already hungry. So, like, if we could.
But I will say going to opening day is always a lot of excitement, and I know in Alabama they don't do this as much because opening day is not a thing down there.
I mean,
Birmingham, whatever they're called, I'm sure, gets a lot of, tens of people that
wow. and that's the guys on the field.
Right. Man.
Well, at least you're not drinking out of the toilet bowl today. So
I was going to bring that one down, but I wasn't sure if you guys were ready for it. Plus, it doesn't hold as much coffee as I thought it would.
Says Roto-Rooter on the side.
help those troubles down the drain.
Maybe on Monday I'll bring it out.
Good to see somebody's ad campaign worked, though. Oh man.
But yeah, yesterday there was at least 43,000 people. I mean, the Phillies are usually in the top 5 with attendance, anyways. So, lots of pictures yesterday. I guess you're talking about the Pirates.
What are you talking about? Like you have them going deep.
Yeah.
I do have the Pirates going deeper than, but their center field, I guess, is dog meat. When,
Yeah.
Well, on the plus side, nobody knows how to place hits anymore, so it's not as big of a liability as it was back in the 80s and 90s, where people could actually kind of move the ball around a little bit. Now people hit where they hit. That's why Seager here in Seattle, when you could do the shift, they just put the entire team to where he'd hit the ball, and he just never learned how to hit it anywhere else. He could have had in the park home runs if he could have figured out how to move the ball at all.
I also see that your Angels started off 1-0. Do they stop now, or do they have to keep going?
Well, see, that's even funnier. Okay, I thought that the Mariners were playing the Astros. They had that all messed up.
What schedule were you looking at?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they had Seattle versus the Astros, and it was 0-0 in the 6th inning. And I'm like, okay, that's a tight game. It's so I was definitely not that scoreboard reading. I was not reading it right at all, I guess.
Yeah, maybe they were just flashing the divisions, and they both have 0 wins at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. That's super weird. Yeah.
Very,
on the plus
weird.
side, the score for the Mariners and Houston still 0-0. So that works out.
Right.
I mean, if they were following the Angels and the Astros, that would have been 0-0 in the 6th. So that tracks if they just had one of the teams wrong.
That could be.
And that
could be. They might have just selected the wrong team.
Yeah. So that would have tracked.
Yeah, and
all of a sudden now I'm watching the Angels because of you. I'm like, oh, now I've got to pay attention to another team. So,
well, and as of right now, they are leading that division.
I mean, it's a runaway.
I look like a genius right now.
Absolutely crushing it.
Yeah. This is where you clip the show right here and talk about, you know what, guys? Like, they're on a roll. I was right about my prediction. They haven't lost.
Pop
the game.
The champagne. They're doing it, baby.
They haven't lost the game since I picked them to win the division. And clip it right there.
Yes.
And Trout looks strong. He hit a home run. You know what I mean?
Everything is clicking exactly like I thought it would. So
that's right. And then Bo picked them for the World Series, and they are completely defeated. Haven't won a game.
And I said my stuff's always right sometimes. Because I did the same thing with Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh did not do as well.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But nobody thought they were actually going to do well.
Well,
yesterday, or
it is only one game.
No. That's what I'm saying.
With Pittsburgh, it's only one game. With the Angels, I told you how right I was.
That is the way to do predictions right there, right?
I got the Pirates coming back today. There's no way that they're going to get swept by the Mets. At least they better not get swept by the Mets.
I mean, they will.
But we took care of some business for you guys, though. I mean, hey, listen, there are 3 teams in your division already that are 0-1, and part of that reason is because of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Hey, there we go. It's funny because people were kind of losing their minds. They're like, "Oh, how come the Mariners look so bad?" And it's like, okay, but like the last 20 years, we don't play well in the first month of the season. Like we usually come out of spring training on a little bit of a heater. They give you some of that false hope. You're like, oh yeah, they're like beating up on some teams. And then you get into the last couple days of March and April, and they're like, oh, like this is the JV team. Like, I don't know what happened. And then they start playing baseball and climb back into it. This year, we didn't even get that in spring training because of the baseball classic. Most of our starters weren't playing. So, I mean, we learned nothing about the Mariners in spring training this year.
Right. Nick actually texted me yesterday, and he said he thought the World Baseball Classic ruined the start of baseball, especially with, I guess, the way the Mets and Pittsburgh game started off and with people getting rocked early. So I was interested what you guys thought about that.
I disagree. And I'll tell you, because of for the same exact reason. I mean, I know that Skeens did not have a good start. I can imagine he was the one that was opening day starter, right? I mean,
correct. Yeah. That was his specific reasoning, actually, was texting me that. He didn't even elaborate on anything else.
So Christopher Sanchez, though, pitched lights out. So he was striking guys out and stuff like that. Now, I know that he didn't go as far, you know what I mean? But he pitched in the World Baseball Classic. I think the World Baseball Classic got certain pitchers, like got everybody.
It was actually Peralta, though, in that game. Is that what you said?
Oh, Skeens is hurt. That's a shame. So then, yeah, well, then Peralta's not a starting day pitcher anyways. Not that I think of.
Right.
So that's a bummer. Skeens is hurt. Hopefully that's not for very long. That is definitely going to throw a little bit of a wrench in my prediction.
I mean, he was only going to get him a win every 5 days at best anyway.
Yeah, but listen, we need 20% of those wins I'm going to need coming from Skeens.
That is for sure.
If I am, hey, listen, Jamie, just to let you know, Jamie, I actually predicted that the Bucks would win the division out there. So there's a piece of me that believes that it's going to be an all Pennsylvania NLDS.
Okay. All right.
I'm with it.
That means that the Bucks get out of the wild card too, because, like I said, I feel like that they would be the third team. Only the first 2 teams get the bye, so I think that they would be the third team going up against the 6th team, which would probably be. My thought is that that's going to be the Mets, and that'll be the perfect example on how the Mets just Mets it up.
Right.
It's a little early for the Mets to Mets it up, though. Like they usually like rumble
July.
Through. Yeah, right. Like they usually give you that hope. In fact, they might even be like a ways ahead, and then they're like, mail it in. Like, and happy birthday, Chad. Have fun at the sports cards. That'll be cool.
Chad's not Chris, is it?
No. No.
Chris still doesn't like us.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Chris because he hasn't talked about dead people once.
Right. That's true.
I don't know if I want to know this story.
It was an old listener. It was an old listener who was very loyal to us. was big on giving us information. Like he was real quick on, like he would just scour, and it became one of those situations. Like a lot of people were dying in a short time span, and he let us know about every death.
And the hardest part about it was he would just keep posting it in the chat until we would recognize it's like, dude, like calm down.
Right.
Like this isn't the obituary hour. Like let's try and make this fun and light. And
we don't see dead people.
Right.
He was not a fan of that. Because we called him out because he kept posting it, and then he blocked each one of us on every platform. It's like, okay, like that's extreme, but
we have somebody in our circles that people talk about doing the same thing. They chat a lot, they'll post whatever they want, and if you ignore them, all of a sudden you get a dislike on your thing and a block. It's just, if you don't get the attention you want, it's always weird. But yeah, that's a weird thing to want to insert into a conversation repeatedly.
Yeah. There was a lot that was weird with that scenario, but he was a super loyal listener for sure. He never missed a show for, probably a year. So
yeah, it's it is what it is. Such is life.
Alrighty.
All right.
So anyways, that's all about baseball, I guess, because
it was one game. Like, like as everybody's first game, there's only so much you can really take from the first game, right? So, but at the same time,
I think I was right on most of my stuff. Like I said, the Angels are winning the division.
Just crushing out there.
Yeah.
1-0, pack it in.
Yeah. Best time to retire is to retire on top, right? So
that's right.
Pretty much done everything I can do, guys. What happens from here?
The Dodgers haven't started to trail off yet, though, so that's going to happen at least in game 2.
Yeah.
And if you want more of Jamie's insights, you can put money on it right here on Coast to Coast by using the QR code on the screen. Up to 125% in first 3 deposits, 10% bet guarantee in case his luck runs out after game 1. Oh, man.
Yeah. The odds, they are a-changing.
Yeah. Although, some of those underdog picks that you had there, if it was a single game bet, would have won some money yesterday.
Yes. And you know what else happened yesterday that wound up getting very under the radar big time, except if you were a college basketball team that was from Arkansas or Illinois, and that there was Sweet 16 games last night.
Oh yeah.
And down goes Houston again.
That game was ugly. They had 22 points at halftime, and then they never made a comeback, I don't think, in the second half. So Houston is a team that lives on their defense and bad offense, and then they just didn't have the defense. So and now you might see Illinois in the Final Four, because I just got to face Iowa.
Yes. Although, I understand it was Nebraska's first time there ever.
So this tournament was their first tournament wins ever. So they've been to the tournament, but this is the first time they won a game, and then they won multiple. They won 2. So their first 2.
And they wound up, like I said, the first time ever in the Sweet 16.
Correct.
I think I needed to get a little bit more of that out, I guess. But yes, it was their first time in that portion of the tournament, and they got spanked.
That was a close one, wasn't it? Didn't they lose by 3 in the end?
I don't know. I just said that
Oh, 77 to
6.
71.
6, yeah.
Oh, so twice as bad as what I said.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, I don't think I just spanked. It's just the way it reads. Reading the headline.
You got both.
Got spanked. They won in overtime by 1. Like,
you see, that's why you can't ever judge the book by its cover. I'm reading the article, and the headline says Iowa dominates, which is like, all right, so Nebraska gets spanked. Well, it wasn't that bad of a spanking.
No, well, Nebraska's up 3 at halftime. I think it was a higher scoring game than most people thought it would be, so I think that's part of it.
I see what's going on here. I mean, in Philly's world, the Mariners played Houston, so like, I don't know what kind of
this is true multiverse stuff. This is the stuff of Marvel.
I mean, that's not even weed edibles. Like that's the that's some Scooby snacks that you guys have over there.
He said it was scoreless in the 6th, but they both scored a run in the 1st. Like, where are we?
I mean, the Guardians hit a dinger immediately.
First pitch out of the park. The Texas Purdue game looked like it was a tight one, though. I mean, that one.
That was a fun one. The best player for Texas was hitting. You know, those times when it's like in every sport you kind of see it, where the defense is just fine and the offense is just better. Now, some of the shots he was hitting, I was like, I don't know how you guard him any different. But yeah, game was tied, and then a tip in with 1 second left for like 0.7, however they do it, is what won it for Purdue. So,
yeah, I didn't. Nice. Oddly enough, I didn't see any of the March Madness games.
I think that's why I'm here to watch them all.
Well, because you are actually in the tournament, and they don't have much going on in Alabama.
True.
I mean, they're still running the plumbing lines. Yeah, just
was coming.
Well, fortunately, their basketball team's going to get to help them with that because Michigan's probably going to take care of business there. I mean, they might get an upset, but
I'm rooting for you.
Thank you. I know.
I would much rather see Alabama than Michigan.
Oh, no question. No question. Yeah. I'm looking at it from the analyst side of like, I don't think they make it, but I would want them to. Like, I think that'd be cool. But
yeah, we're actually going to be live streaming the game tonight, so that'll be nice. Which I hope. We haven't live streamed a loss yet, so I don't know how that works.
I'm surprised they still have electricity at night. He doesn't even know how to respond to
that. I mean, it's the third Alabama joke. Like, geez. Sip on all my drinks over here. Is it too early to take shots?
Right.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yes.
Anyways. But what else is going on in the world of sports?
Well, I mean, you still have the NHL, wildcard race is still lumbering along, and the Kraken just haven't quite fallen out of it yet. They're just keeping that hope alive.
Did they win yesterday?
They did. Yeah, they took the Lightning down. So
really,
yeah,
Lightning's a good team too.
Yeah, they beat them 2 times in just over a week. So, which is huge. They really needed to beat the Panthers. They needed to not have the showing they had. Now they came back in that game and still got a point. So I mean, like, that was impressive. But they really needed. Well, I mean, they really can't afford to lose any more games. Is really what it is.
Yeah, see,
is it worse to have a little bit of hope, or would you rather just be totally out right now?
No, I mean, so like you want them to get in, even if they're not going to do anything there. You want them to get in. As a fan, as somebody that covers the team, it's always cool to go do the playoffs also, right? So you want them to get there. At the same time, like if they're not going to get there, I guess then, yeah, I get what you mean. Just go ahead and lose it out and call it good. The problem
like,
is
you want to be like waiting till the last game of the year and then y'all lose and not be in and be like, what the heck? Versus,
I mean, it makes writing articles a lot easier if there's a chance, as opposed to they lost again. Like, So, yeah, no, you always want there to be hope, right? Like you want you want them to do well, even if they're going to ultimately miss it. You want to be in that conversation till the end. It's how the Mariners keep people in the stands for the last 20 years, missing the playoffs by 1 to 5 games all the time, because there's a chance you're in the conversation until that last couple of games. So, I mean, you want to be in that conversation.
Well, and I will tell you, especially when it comes to hockey, unless you are down and you are tanking at the very bottom of the league, like Chicago, I felt yesterday was tanking. I think one of the best players in the league, Connor Bedard, literally decided that he felt like taking a nap on the ice yesterday. Like, it literally looked like he was just, I don't care. They've asked me really not to play, and I'm just skating up and down the ice like I'm not trying.
right.
And he's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I was like, wow, this is, that's the definition of tanking. You can't, because I mean, literally in hockey, there is a possibility that one guy can make a big, big difference.
Right.
And he was not going to be that guy, and you could tell by the way that he was just like, hody hum, I'm going to skate up. Oh, is this the defensive time? Let me go, get back there and look like I'm playing defense. Oh, let me get up on this rush. It was just like, wow, dude. Like, if you are the definition of I don't care.
Right.
That's what it felt.
Why leave him out there then? It just
Exactly.
seems like hockey's one of those, especially if you're going to have to do it. Because I think about it in football. If you're going to have to do it, somebody takes
well, and he was getting smacked a couple of times. I think because you have to. It was like, first off, he's the assistant captain, so you have to play him.
Is it a contract year or anything for him?
I am not sure. There was something that I had heard about that the Flyers were going to try to pry him away.
Because I mean, otherwise you could just, especially if there's not any of those implications, then at that point you just have like a phantom injury. Be like, hey, we're sitting you down. We're going to say you twisted your ankle.
And that's what I'm thinking. The NBA starts doing illness when they can't figure out anything else. Right? You know what I mean? So there is a lot of last minute injury designation.
Oh, it is. It is.
It's a contract.
He's on a 3-year, $2.85 million entry-level contract that runs through the 25-26 season. He'll become a restricted free agent. And that was where, so that's how this is going to happen, because I heard they were going to go nuts. The Flyers are going to go out there and try to get him.
Okay.
And they were, and I will tell you that makes a lot more sense to me now that I have a full understanding of that, because I wasn't sure what would happen. Because the Flyers, if they were to get him, would wind up losing, I think, 3 or 4 first-round picks. But get rid of him. Let's go get him.
Yeah,
definitely go get him. He's the guy that can put the puck in the net.
I mean, that's what you need, right? Like you need that guy. I mean, that's for the Kraken, that's Ben McMahon. Like them going and getting that guy has paid off. I mean, since he's been there, I think there's only been one game that he hasn't found the net. So, I mean, he's doing what they need him to do. They just need him to be able to do it a couple more times since nobody else wants to.
Right.
But I mean, it was a good acquisition, right? Like he's doing what he's supposed to do. So yeah, I mean, if you can go get a guy like that, absolutely.
Yeah. So, and it's in hockey more than anything else. You need a franchise player.
Yeah.
Like a real franchise altering player. And the Flyers are going to try to figure out the way to steal him. In essence, that's what they're going to wind up doing. They would wind up stealing him. And if they were to steal him, if they were to put in the offer, and ultimately, like I said, they got to pay him. They're allowed to give up to 20 or 25% of the salary cap, and you're going to have to, you know, like crimson, not red, not red.
No.
Practice. Not the game. Practice.
Not the red that I wear in my hair to baseball games. Not the red that I can put in there for Sixers games. Crimson. We're talking about crimson. Like Alabama crimson. Crimson.
So that's actually the name.
And just so that you guys know, I'm letting you guys know early. Next Tuesday, I am not going to be able to be here.
Oh, bummer.
No show. Cancel the whole thing.
Yeah.
Bummer, because that's when we have our guest from NFL Academy.
Yeah, I apologize about that. So you guys will have to do that interview without me. I will tell you that it's so this year, more than any other year, Pennsylvania is the hub of the sports world. They're having the NFL draft. They're having the PGA Championship. We have the World Cup here as well. Obviously, we're not having the finals, but we have a quarterfinals game. And we also have the All-Star game, the baseball All-Star game, which is the best All-Star game in sports.
Yeah.
Although I have not seen the All-Star race in NASCAR yet, so I'm going to be able to compete against that as well, because I will be at both. But
it was like you were expecting an argument, and I feel like that one's a pretty easy one.
No. I mean, baseball easily has the best All-Star game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when he paused, I didn't know if he thought we were about to push back. I'm like, no.
I was actually trying to throw NASCAR in there a little bit and give that a little bit of love. It's in Dover, which is like a really deep suburb of Philadelphia, but not quite. Anyways, and Visit PA. If for anybody who is in Pennsylvania and saw any of the commercials for Visit PA, there was a very colorful face that was on there and featured on that commercial, and they are having an event, and they are launching the Visit PA Playmakers program, and I am the first playmaker chosen.
Okay.
So I will be having, what I think is like my first political speech almost.
Wow.
Like I get to close out the welcoming ceremony.
Okay.
With a 1 minute long or a minute and a half long cheer.
Nice.
And it's not like rah 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 spoon bow type cheer. You know what I mean? It's just, I get to have
I know exactly what it's gonna be. It's gonna be go Birds. Yeah. For a minute.
Hey, I can at least as long as I spell it right, because the mayor will be there. I have to teach her how to spell Eagles.
Man, that was rough, and that was twice in 2 days. Like that was because it wasn't just her. It was someone else was on there too and also misspelled it. I'm just like, I don't feel like that's that hard of a word.
It was funny when the mayor did it, and somebody asked me about it. I'm like, listen, when you're in front of the spotlights, everybody makes mistakes.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like you just all of a sudden things start to get jumbled together, and at least now you're getting 6 letters out. EXP2Q4 Eagles. So yeah, that's it'll be very interesting. So unfortunately, I will be missing on Tuesday. I wanted to let you guys know that now, because
Right on.
he said I have a great picture that I will be sharing that says that's me in all painted up at the podium as the next Pennsylvania governor.
Wow.
He's
There
like,
you go.
yeah. He's like, you want to talk about crimson? I was in crimson that day.
Wow. I'm already looking forward to it.
I will send that picture over later to the group chats.
There we go.
But so yes, I will start to put together some questions for you guys. Not that you guys can't ask your own questions, but there are certain questions that I think I'm going to want some answers to, and
Sure.
I want to, I know that I am the guy who likes to ask the most questions. Once we have a guest on here, it's like, hey, I want to know this, and I want to know this, and I want to know this, and I want to know this. And Alabama, why don't you tell them all about California?
And the guest goes, what? Sorry, it's just how we run the show. That's
as soon as he says Alabama guy is going to ask the most nonsense question possible.
We'll start making that a segment.
Yes.
How much does Alabama know? Things that have nothing to do with Alabama.
Yeah. No, I mean, I already told him some of the talking points that I want him to hit. But yeah, definitely send me any questions that you have. For sure.
I'm gonna make up the worst questions and just attribute them to you.
100%. Yes. So you're teaching guys how to play in the NFL. Do you feel like that's a winning combination?
Are any of the games must-win games?
No, that wasn't for me. That was from Philly. Look, I'm just reading the question. I apologize.
And then show that picture of me as the governor.
Yes, this is what we're dealing with. So yeah. All right, Jamie.
Real quick, hey Jamie, I just so that you know, we are doing that poker tournament for anybody who is going to the NFL draft and watching here. I am having a charity poker tournament on the night before the draft. Correct. Oh, see, he's not going to the draft, so he doesn't matter.
He has very strong feelings about it too.
And I am still looking for a few more players. So if you want to represent any team, Nick, like if you want to come represent the Dodgers, I would maybe allow that at the NFL draft, even though the Dodgers stink.
Wow. Shots fired this morning.
Yeah, hey, listen, you got somebody put some vinegar in my
is that what
smoothie.
Happened? No one is safe this morning, basically.
I was going to say, I'm full of vim and vigor. I know, Nick. I know you was won last night, but it's only one game. Don't worry. It's all going to start to fall apart now.
Yes, Nick. We already talked about it earlier. You came in late. We started off with it. Philly talked for 5 minutes about how great he thought the Dodgers were. You just missed the whole thing. You just have to go back
No,
and
I
rewatch.
actually talked about the other LA team, the Angels, on how they are leading the division and how I was so right on choosing them to be the division champion.
Yes,
But I will tell you, Nick, I do like going out there to Dodgers games. When the Phillies come into town, I love going there. And so maybe we need to connect when I'm out there.
Now Nick's here in Alabama.
Oh, really? That just changed. See, that's just Frugazy. That's Frugazy. I got it now. I understand. There's just, again, they don't have baseball fields in Alabama, and you have to like another team, and you just said, oh, such a pretty blue.
I shouldn't have said anything. I didn't know what you going out to Los Angeles and like trying to expect Nick to be there. Nick's like 30 minutes from my house. So
there we go. That's kind of funny.
Like, Nick, I'm gonna be in LA. And Nick's like, I won't. Sorry.
But I do yeah, like I said, I do love going to Dodgers games. When the Phillies and the Dodgers play. I mean, traditionally the Phillies beat up on the Dodgers. I mean, like I said, it was last year was the first time the Dodgers have beaten the Phillies in a playoff series ever. And you know, we did win the season series. What did he just say?
You have to win to be successful.
No, not always.
No, he's saying that is one of your questions. He's saying
exactly.
one of your questions to ask for the interview next week. We're going to say that.
Yep.
And attribute it to you.
Is winning important?
How do you teach these guys how to be graceful in a loss?
It's like, what? I'm the worst loser. I want to blame everybody and cuss out everything and throw stuff like
just pointing fingers everywhere.
Yes. Don't talk to me the first few minutes after loss. Like, give me my moments before I suck.
You know what? I wish that I could have that problem. They don't. So again, this is one of the issues when you paint your face for a living and you lose. Well, I remember I am literally, it's 3 minutes or 5 minutes after the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 57, where I just watched Patrick Mahomes come back with one leg, really, and beat us in the Super Bowl. And they put a camera in my face and then put a Chiefs fan next to me.
Nice.
And then you have to and then it's like, listen, I'm really good when it comes to being in front of a camera, and I can always figure out the right things to say. And you could tell, like I was, I'm not one of those guys that I don't cry when we lose. I cry when we win type thing. Sure. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of those guys. But you could tell I'm dejected. You know what I mean? Like it just, it was that was a tough loss to take. And I'm kind of blaming myself because I think the halftime show was Rihanna and I called her Cardi B and knew that I was going to get crushed on that. I'm like, it's like, hey, we're up by 17 points or 10 points, and Cardi B is doing the halftime show. It's, this is great. We're going to win the Super Bowl. Woohoo! And then somebody said, it's Rihanna. I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, so it's my fault.
The Super Bowl.
Obviously not on your scale, but if you're an Alabama fan, like my phone blows up. After a loss, I get people who only text me after losses. They will not talk to me the rest of the year. But when it's a loss, all of a sudden I've had a Bama fan who texts me after all our losses. I was like, one time when I was like, hey man, you can't only message me after losses. Like, talk to me for the rest of the year. Like, my phone's always working.
Imagine how many phone calls you got when Auburn ran that missed field goal back.
Wow. 10 years. Do you know anything? Like, I swear. Think of one good thing to tell me. One good. How about a week? Let's shoot for a week.
No. He did. He's like, you guys have a rocket.
It's not even where I am. Yeah, but the Rockets.
Hey, listen.
Turned around
The Birmingham Stallions. The Birmingham Stallions have been to the UFL or USFL Super Bowl since it came back every time.
And something good.
That's wrong.
You might even get to be my remote correspondent for that.
Yes. But they, well, I hope that comes true. But they didn't even go last year, so that's not a good fact. It's not even true. It's just like your 0-0 score in the SIG. You're just like,
that's right.
Stuff at the wall.
I am batting 1,000 today, and I am keeping it going.
Be sure to tune in if you want some misinformation. That's really what we're going for today.
It's like, I'm just gonna throw out stuff.
Hey, listen. China needs to stop feeding me all this stuff. I guess that's what it is. They have hacked into my system, and they're just giving me all the wrong stuff.
Sponsored by Temu. Here we go.
And no Michigan. Definitely. I am not a Wolverine fan, and I am rooting on Alabama. Alabama is going to win.
One good for the week.
Hey, but so Mitch, although a Michigan fan, he is an Eagles fan. So
go Birds. He's at least got half of it right.
So before we get out of here, we did get some numbers as far as this WNBA CBA, kind of how it's going. So the vet minimum is going to go up from 78 to 300K. So that is a significant bump. The salary cap for 26 will be 7 million. And then by the end of the deal, which is 2032, it'll be up to 10 mil. Housing will be provided to all players for the first 3 years. And after that, it will be for anybody that is making less than 500K. The max salary in 26 will be 1.4. And by 2032, it'll be 2.4. Average salary goes up from or starts at 583 in 26, and it'll be over $1 million in 32. And the minimum salary will go from 270 to 300-ish to 340 to 395, something like that by the end of the contract. So at least we're finally starting to see some of the contract details that are coming out. And but yeah, I mean, huge bump in pay.
Yes. Yeah. And the one thing I know, those numbers when we're talking about athletes still sound small.
I mean, they are.
But when we're talking about it now, they don't have to go out and get another job.
Correct.
And they can afford to live. I mean, even when they're getting housing. During the season, because ultimately I understand that too, because you can't have an apartment where you live and expect to have to pay for that apartment in like California, where they're taxing, everything on you there, and then have to go back to Alabama, you know what I mean, to go live with your parents because you didn't make enough money. You know what I mean? Like, and stuff like that. I appreciate the fact that they are. I made that a little bit of a joke.
I don't live with my parents. Is that what we're?
That wasn't meant to be a joke on Alabama. That wasn't meant to be a joke on Alabama. That was meant to be.
What I did.
That was meant to be a joke.
What I did, man. Just tell me.
That wasn't a joke on Alabama. That was more a joke on how they were treating these female athletes.
Most of them didn't even get to do that. They had to go overseas and play some basketball so that they could continue paying bills.
Right.
Priceless.
I'm not saying that Herb lives with his mom.
This is the Barry Bama segment.
Yes, I'm definitely clipping that part out.
Oh yeah.
Philadelphia fans think about Alabama.
And before we go, let's talk about physical health and how you should not be moving tables by yourself. And give us a big.
So I can't do that. So for those of you watching that aren't getting the reference, I tore my right bicep last night, and so so that's super fun, or super convenient, and yeah. So but I may, I'm here doing the thing.
Watching it put on his. It was like
that was painful, wasn't it?
I was like,
yeah. And so that's where I'm a little bit worried about trying to cover racing tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work with one arm. And then
I think you have to bring the wife around, and she's going to have to hold the camera.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to bring a cameraman for sure, because I'm just not going to be able to carry stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting situation for sure.
Where's Rob when you need him?
I am actually gonna give him a call. Although we'll see, right?
He might be at a Mariners game.
He very well.
Mariners in Houston.
Yes.
Wow.
And then for those of you that watched our interview with Jonathan Haynes, the MMA fighter, his fight is tonight. So if you have UFC Fight Pass, that fight is tonight. So hopefully,
and make sure to tune in right away, because he's going to put him right there in the center of the ring right away.
That's
he's
right.
Going to see if he goes for it.
They're throwing him.
And I'm interested to see that. And what's it on Netflix?
No, it's on UFC Fight Pass.
Okay.
So
I got to find a place that has UFC Fight Pass. He's going to be one of the earlier fights.
He is. Yeah, he'll be. I think he'll be like the second or third fight.
Yeah,
something like that. So, but yeah, check him out. I think it'd be kind of amazing if dude takes him up on that and they just start just blasted. Like that would be that'd make for a fun fight to watch.
Yes.
That's a street fight all of a sudden.
Yeah. He said that was his best chance to win this one too, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fun to watch that and say that he won all because of us.
Yes.
Yes. Now, if he loses,
it was all Herb's fault.
Yes. I knew that was coming. Like, yeah, dang it, Herb.
Oh man. Hey, well, we appreciate everybody hanging out with us this morning. It was a little disjointed of a show today, but sometimes that happens. If you're listening on ICU Radio 97.3, be sure to stay tuned for some smooth jazz. If you're listening on every other platform, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, whatever that platform wants you to do. Helps us bring our content to you. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Take it easy.
Roll Tide over Wolverines. Let's go.